Okay, hello. I haven't made any videos about all of the decoding that I do. I just post it all on godlikeproductions.com, the forum. But I have a lot of information that I feel needs to be distributed better, and it needs to get out there. So I'm making this video. I go by No Not on godlikeproductions.com. You can see more of my decoding there, linked in the about. So here goes. I have a prediction based on some things I've seen in the movies and current events using Gematria and the interpretation of the symbolism they use in their predictive programming. So the first thing that pointed to October 5th as a potential day for a big world-shattering or country-shattering event is two movies that came out on 4/26, on April 26th. They were Boy Kills World and Humane. Both these movies are about culling the population. Okay, in Boy Kills World, they have an event where they go into town and they take people to kill on live television as a way to keep the population controlled. And in Humane, the sun is getting more damaging because of the atmosphere not able to protect people from the sun's rays. But more importantly, they have a program there called the conscription, where they get people to sign up to kill themselves to reduce population because overpopulation is hurting the planet, okay? Boy Kills World is 162 in simple gematria. Humane is 62 in simple gematria. Remember, they came out on 4/26, which is 62 backwards. Okay. In Boy Kills World, the boy's sister, her name is June 27th. That's what they call her. And she drives up to the culling event where they show people being killed on live television. And her license plate says 627. And my big thing is I decode all the license plates from movies, and they have sent me down a very, very intense rabbit hole of discovery when it comes to numerology. I will explain more of that later, but the license plates are the key for sure. So 6/27, June 27th. 6 times 27 is 162. And remember, Boy Kills World equals 162 in simple gematria. Okay? In Humane, it shows on the TV, on the news, that it's the 279th day of the conscription. Meaning, in that movie, the conscription has been going on for 279 days. And in Humane, there's a license plate. It says L19 space 4F8. L equals 12, F equals 6 in simple gematria. So L19, 4F8. So 12 times 19 equals 228. And 4F8, 4 times 6 times 24. 4 times 6 equals 24 times 8 equals 192. So the two sections of this license plate come to 228 and 192. 228 means death. In English gematria, value of death is 228. 192 is the number that led me down gematria in the first place, from leave the world behind, because leave the world behind equals 192. And there was a big thing about license plates leading to 192 and 162. And 192 represents the Second layer of hell, the mineral kingdom, the elite occultists who use these numbers to manipulate our energy. They take our attention and our emotions from these movies and these world events, and they have these numbers encoded in them so that our attention and our energy will go through these numbers into certain dates, through certain pathways. It's a way to manipulate our energy. And the 192 represents the 192 laws of the mineral kingdom, according to Gurdjieff, a philosopher, very important person in the occult world. Anyway, remember, Boy Kills World was 162. And the license plate in that movie, the date was the name of the girl was June 27th, 627. And in Humane, the second half of the license plate comes to 192. And on the TV, it says it's the 279th day. So that's 627, 279, that's a difference of 3, and 162 and 192, the difference of 3, from 6 to 9. In both movies, let's see, I'm reading from my thread to keep me focused. And 162 times 6, by the way, is 972, which is 279 backwards. Okay, I'm going to try to stick to the main points here. In other license plate from other movies, like in Unfrosted, the words at the bottom underneath the license plate numbers was Water Wonderland. That comes to 162. In Wonka, the license plate was MS 3864. MS equals 192. 3864 spelled out is 1062. In Prom Dates, there was a 162. In Fall Guy, there was a 162 license plate. The 162 was all over the license plates. And so this year there's a eclipse cycle. The amount of days between, I think, the 4/8 eclipse there's 162 days between the April 8th eclipse and the 9/17 lunar eclipse. I don't know if you know, but Leave the World Behind, at the end of the movie, there's an alert on the computer screen that says that it's 9/17, which is the date of the lunar eclipse coming up. And there's 162 days between that lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse of earlier this year. And then there is the last eclipse of the year is on October 2nd, which is the 276th day of the year. There's that number again, 276. Okay. The really crazy shit here, now that you know all that, why the 162 and the 192 are significant, is, remember, Humane equals 62, and Boy Kills World equals 162. 62 days from their release date was 627. Okay? In Boy Kills World, that was the name of the girl, June 27th. June 27th was the debate that killed Biden. That was when they were done Biden time. Okay? A pivotal point in their entire plan so that they could start introducing Kamala. Very pivotal point, okay? That was 62 days from the release date of those movies on 4/26. 162 days from their release date is October 5th. And that is the 279th day of the year. Remember, in Humane, it says it's the 279th day of conscription. Okay? Yeah. Leave the World Behind. Remember, it came out on 12/8. Okay, Matt Perry died on October 28th. That's 128. Both dates, 128. And then the Key Bridge collapse happened at 1:28 a.m. Okay. The amount of days from Leave the World Behind, the release date, and to October 5th is 9 months and 27 days. Okay. There's that number, 27, 9. 9 times 27 is 243. And in the chapter of the movie Leave the World Behind, the flood, when all the crazy shit starts to happen, the flood equals 243. Okay. Now, all right, let's get to some other shit here. Right. Okay. In Abigail, in the beginning, they show the phone and it says it's 9:27. There's a bunch more, but I'll try to stick to the main points. If you want more, you can read my threads. Okay. During the Kamala and Trump debate on 9/10, Trump said, okay, first I'm going to say, before the debate, there was a pre-talk, and 3 minutes and 50 seconds before the debate, they had the countdown timer in the corner of the screen. And this black lady's talking, and she says $35. Exactly at the 3 minutes and 50 second mark before the debate. Okay. Trump says during the debate, run, spot, run at 9:11 exactly. It's out of place, right? He's saying it in reference to the simple and basic nature of Kamala's lack of a plan. Okay? Run, spot, run. It's a warning. Run, spot, run equals 1056 in English Gematria. He said it at 9:11. 911 is the 156 prime. Oh, fuck, you can't see. All right. That's run, spot, run equals 1056. 911 is the 156 prime. Okay. 911 was 156 days after the 4/8 eclipse. During the run, spot, run. This is where it gets crazy. 35 is used to represent 15, because 3 times 5 equals 15, which is another way of saying 10/5, October 5th, 1/5. Because 0 is just a placeholder in Gematria. It doesn't mean anything. You only count the numbers. Okay, run, spot, run. Run equals 53 in simple Gematria. Spot, if you separate it from the middle, SP equals 35 and OT equals 35 in simple Gematria. And then it was run, spot, run. So that's 53, 35, 35, 53. The sequence. 3 weeks and 5 days from the debate, if you count the end date, is October 5th. 35 days from the debate is October 15th. That's 10/15, and that's the Gematria that's the numerology of the election, 11/5. By the way, Trump, when he got shot, that was 115 days before the election on 1/15, 11/5. During the commercials of the debate, the words Black Swan were said at 10:05. They were referring to the Black Swan trial, a girl who killed her husband or something. But they said the words Black Swan at 10:05. Okay. From the release date of Civil War to the debate is 151 days. There's the numerology, 151. 2 1s and a 5. Okay, run, spot, run. Again, the simple Gematria value of run, spot, run is 176. There was 176 days from the Civil War release date on 4/12 to October 5th. I hope you're following, because this shit can't fucking... It's the chances of the numbers appearing like this, like, it's obvious. Occult design to channel energy. That's all it is. People make it like it's this big thing, like they can't conceive of them doing it. But those people they're reading from a teleprompter, the ones on before the debate, like... Anyway. Civil War had the gematria, a lot of gematria of 9-1. The main girl's name comes to 91, and the little girl referred to her as the same. She had the same name as her hero, but they different first names with the same last name. And both people, her hero and the main girl, come to 91. Okay, and the store they go into called Monarchs also comes to 91. And 91 days from the release date of Civil War was 7/12, the day Trump was supposed to be sentenced. And the debate between Kamala and Trump was on 9/10, which is 9/1. Okay. By the way, July 12th equals 162 in Gematria, simple Gematria. Okay. Oh, and 91 days after Civil War came out, on 7/12, another movie came out called Long Legs. Long Legs equals 91. And he was a doll maker. Doll maker equals 91. That was all about a satanic cult trying to start the end of days, Revelation. Citing Revelation in the Bible. In Leave the World Behind, the words White Lion are on the oil tanker, and White Lion comes to 115. And in Those About to Die, the show called Those About to Die, they have a white lion, and it's a very significant part of the show, and they use it to reenact the destruction of Israel. And in the debate, Trump is talking about how Israel would be destroyed in 2 years if Kamala becomes president. The white lion is the black swan, I think. Anyway, let's see. Okay. Here's the last little bit I'll leave you with, I think. The emergency alert screen at the end of Leave the World Behind. Everybody knows it had the date 9/17, right? Okay. Well, next to 9/17, the date, it says 204. And then it says 10/00/05. Okay? Well, 2 weeks and 4 days after 9/17 is October 5th, 10/5. On the screen it says 9/17, 204, 10/00/05. 2 weeks, 4 days after 9/17 is 10/5. I don't think it could be any more fucking clear. Hopefully you were able to stick with me through this, and hopefully I wasn't too scattered. Okay. Some interesting facts. Since Matt Perry was a sacrifice to fuel this movie, they used the Friends theme, and Friends was a big theme all throughout Leave the World Behind. And they continued with the Matt Perry investigation throughout the year. The girl they questioned in relation to Matt Perry's death, Brooke Mueller, has the same birthday, August 19th, as Matthew Perry, which is August 19th. And Tamayo Perry died. The guy who was, everybody knows him from Pirates of the Caribbean. He died on June 23rd, like a week after they announced questioning of Brooke Mueller. And it's a way to get people's attention thinking about this ritual, like this thing, like to channel their attention and their emotions through these symbols, through these codes, into these next future events. Tamayo Perry died on 6/23, and the Tamayo Perry equals 157, okay? And 1207 in Hebrew Gematria. Matthew Perry is 172. That's 172 and 1207. And Tamayo Perry is 157 in simple Gematria. Tamayo Perry in Pirates of the Caribbean 4, there was 157 months and 3 days from Pirates of the Caribbean 4 to Tamayo Perry's death date on 6/23, which was the 175th day of the year. There were 239 days, or 7 months and 26 days. There's a number 627726. From Matthew Perry's death to Tamayo's death. 239 days. Tamayo died on 6/23. That's that difference of 3, the 6 and 9 that they alternate, remember, to like represent different phases of these numerological processes. And let's see. Everybody knows 923 is like the most popular doom number they show in their movies all the time, everywhere. Even more so than 9/11. Okay. The Trump-Biden debate equals 192. Okay, so the last episode, in the last scene of Leave the World Behind, they played the Friends episode, the last one, it's called, on the TV. The last one equals 119. It was the 236th episode. Remember, Tamayo Perry died 6/23, 923, or 239 days after Matthew Perry. The last one was the 236th episode. Okay. There are 326 days between Matt Perry's death date and 9/18, the new sentencing for Trump of the hush money trial. A day after that same lunar eclipse on 9/17, it occurs on 9/17 and 9/18 throughout 2 days. A short stint through 2 days. And 9/18 is 819 backwards, which is Matt Perry's birthday. The original release date in select theaters of Leave the World Behind, 11/22/23, between then and 9/18 is 9 months and 27 days. Remember, there's 9 months and 27 days between 12/8, the official release date of Leave the World Behind, and 10/5. Oh, and 11/22, the unofficial release date of Leave the World Behind, is the 326th day of the year. I really hope you're following this. Okay. And 12/8 is the 342nd day of the year. Remember, that's 243 backwards, because 9 times 27 equals 243. All right, there's so much more, but I think I'm gonna have to make another video for y'all. I love you so much. Love you all. And I hope you stay aware of not necessarily the evil plans, but the advanced spiritual warfare going on. Whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. Just seek clarity and truth and love.